competition for Judge in the MVP race. Fire. You got Trout, last 14 days. 286, 7 home runs, 13 RBIs, 10 runs. He's 5-1 plus 550 MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Buxton. No one's talking about this guy. He's like, he was 100-1 last week. But he continues to hit home runs. Bad loss by the Twins. 5-3 in the 8th. They blew it. Buxton, 268, 11 hits, 7 home runs, 10 RBIs, 10 runs going back. And Vlad, 327, 17 hits, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. And then you have Devers in the mix as well. The run they've been on the last 10 to 14 days.
He's having a great year.
Yeah.
And by the way, Ohtani's not even on the list right now after 2 home runs and 8 RBIs last night against slated to go today. I would say, look, there you go. He gets his own graphic. The last 14 days on the mound. Look at that ERA, Pauly. 0.69 with 2 wins, 12 Ks in 13 innings and a 340 batting. How do you ignore that?
What does he have to do pitching-wise? Let's pencil him in for 33 home runs and 95 RBIs.
And 18 stolen bases?
Okay, what does he have to do on the mound then?
If I told you that he is 11-7 with a 3.4 ERA and 150 strikeouts.
All right. That's ahead of Trout. Then what happens to Judge? That's my opinion. The other thing is throw out win-loss record for a pitcher and throw out batting average.
And I'll give you,
cares.
Yeah. I'll give you one other guy that wasn't on the list. Alvarez did it again last night.
Yes.
For the Astros.
Yes.
And I would not laugh at that. All we're saying is this. Again, Judge does have some competition here. He's around, what's the number? Even money in some spots to win the MVP. In fact, that is his number this morning right now at Bet Rivers. It's his award 3 months into the season. But, yeah, well, to win the home run title, he's minus 145 at a spot, by the way, and he has 25 on the year. Don't look now, he's only 4 ahead of Trout. And a bunch of guys are behind him. If he goes on a cold streak, if something happens here, a lot of guys can surpass him. And I think so many, look, maybe this is you can say this, in any other year, well, we said it last year with Vlad, in any other year he's going to win the MVP. Maybe that's going to be the whole narrative on the aforementioned players here because Judge is just so good this year.
Plus 150 at another spot to lead home runs. On fire, the Yankees, 50-18 overall record. They've won 17 of 20. World Series odds plus 450. Also have that great prop at William Hill. Will Judge win the MVP? And will the Yankees win the World Series? To win the American League, let's get 2-1 now. Wow, that's low. The Judge is 7-1 coupled with the Yankees. And 1,100 to win the East. Amazing loss by the Blue Jays last night. Jesus, we'll get to that in a second. So they got beat. Nestor again, though. Nestor didn't have much again.
No, he did not.
Judge didn't play, but they lost 5-4. He didn't give them much of a shot.
Yeah, look at Rizzo now. Last 2 weeks, 5 home runs. He has a bunch on the year. That whole lineup. No, missing some guys here recently, but the bullpen is just absolutely outstanding. That and a couple, again, okay, so Nasty Nestor didn't have it last night. It's been a couple times here lately. But overall, for the 3 months of the season, the guy's been awesome.
It's the whole staff with an ERA under 3. I mean, this hasn't been done. If they do this, it hasn't been accomplished since 1981. The Astros did it.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I would say this. I would not play the World Series odds right now at plus 450. Because, again, we're not even in July yet. So on a bet like this, you have to go all the way until basically the end of, October, beginning of November with the dates there to cash out on a ticket like that. And plus 450, you're going to have to roll it over anyway in the playoffs. I wouldn't do that. I would not be betting 450 right now.
Concur. Yep. Ice. Dodgers. Got it done again yesterday. Gonsolin, all right, got the win. Gave up 2 runs. Covered the run line again. They're 5-0 against the Reds this year. They've lost 11-19. You see the World Series odds almost 5-1 to win the NL plus 245. NL West odds down to 190 now.
When you want to hop in on that bet?
Yes. I think they're going to get hot here. I think now's the time. Padres playing good ball, though, too. But Mookie's scuffling, been hurt last 15 days. 2 for 30. Muncy in a 5 for 30 stretch. Turner busted out of it last night. Bellinger, 9 of 44. So I know humans talked about it Monday. that, you lose 2 out of 3 at home to Cleveland. You're 1-5 against Pittsburgh. Get swept at home by Pittsburgh. But I think it's just a matter of time before they're going to win 100 games. I'm confident they're going to win 100.
Oh, you think that many?
Yes.
Okay. And their win total right now is what, 95, 96?
In that range, updated,
like that?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At some point, I think it's going to be, a good move to get in on the Dodgers to win the National League West. I don't know if $1.90 does it for me at this point. I'm not involved at all with any team in that division. If it comes down to, if I can find like maybe $1.50, hell, even money for sure, I would bet the Dodgers then, but like $1.50 range, I might consider it.
You might not get that low again. I mean, this might be the best you're going to do. Remember, because the Padres were playing good ball, but then had that tough series in Colorado, and now facing Arizona. So maybe the Dodgers just take off, and you won't see that price again. That's certainly possible.
So look at that. The money line profit the last 10 games, it's been that bad for Urias. I did not recognize that. I did not know that you're down $1,152 betting him last 10 games on the mound. And the whole thought again, like Gonsolin went 5 innings last night. His pitch count was high, but he got the win. So he moves to 9-0. And again, Anderson and Gonsolin combined are 17-0 now. And you figure, the Buehler injury, he'll come back at some point. Kershaw, off to a great start, then hurt. But with this guy, too, Urias, to turn it around, like he's a potential ace on that club.
Don, 1-13. The Nats are 1-13 and it starts this year. Oh.
Do they continue to put him out there every 5 days?
How can you? You can't do that. Send him back down and then just stay down for a while. I mean, you can't keep putting a guy out there where you're 1-13.
At some
he's
point,
getting roughed up. I mean, he's personally, he's what, 1-11? 1-12, whatever he is? I mean, how are you that bad? Mm-hmm. Which, it's a tough year for the team, but you think, it goes back to that thing with the Cubs and Anthony Young. Well, he's got good stuff. We can't win a game.
Sure.
He's like 0-20. Mm-hmm. At some point, you got to profit the last 10 games. Rays down almost 8 units. I got to tell you, I don't know if they make the playoffs. I can't believe I'm saying that. Well, I respect this organization, but the Blue Jays down 7 units. Seattle down 540. They won yesterday, though. The A's are 8-26 at home.
Yeah, that's the talking point there, is that they lost 8-2 last night, Oakland did. The worst team in baseball. They do have Blackburn going today. He is the probable pitcher. He's plus money at home. I told you last time I couldn't bet Blackburn at plus money, and he won anyway. The team did. Dive back in today with him, not so sure yet, but they are just a total wreck overall, and then at home, too, on top of it.
Rough run last 30 days for pitchers. Giolito goes today. ERA of 7. Bassett pitched well the last time out, but ERA of almost 6. Lauer goes today. ERA of almost 6, going back the last 30 days. And Morton goes today. Can we get back to... He's been awful the whole year, but pitched well against the Cubs, and they got beat 1-0 on Friday. He goes against the Giants, ERA of 5 and change, going back the last 30 days. Yep. Snell on the list as well.
And one observation, because that story came out yesterday that every team is going to have to muddy up the ball the same now, moving forward. That came out in case you missed it. They have to muddy it up again, so there's going to be a better grip for the starting pitchers. Now, we had a lot of runs scored in certain games yesterday, but I'm watching that Blue Jays game last night. That's 2-0 late in the game, and it flew over. Guerrero got a hold of one when they trailed 2-0 or 2-1. I thought that was going to be a 450-foot home run. It died at the track. Never had a chance to go over. And then Kirk hit one out after that, and I'm like, okay, well, that seemed normal.
Yep.
But as soon as Guerrero unloaded on that, I'm like, oh, my God, see you later to that one. No home run?
Yep.
Wow.